Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode. I'm your host, David, and today we will be doing a deep dive on the lifepath 11. So, this is for the 11-2, the 2-9-11, the 3-8-11, and the 4-7-11. So, this is something they all share. These types are a bit different, but this is the only law they share, and this is about the law of choices. So it is actually as simple as it sounds. It's about making choices. So are you going left or are you going right? It's that simple, this law. And this is something for you to consider how you are making your choices in your life and what choices you are making yourself. And also, what choices have you made, and were they all your own choices, or were they taught to you by your upbringing, by school, by things that you were supposed to be doing? Let's dive into it, and let's start off with an example because I work with examples. That's how my brain works. I'm an 11-2. For me, it can be as simple as thinking about, does this expand me or does this contract me? So do I become happy because of this, or do I become a little bit less happy? And because if you're watching this, you're probably an 11 yourself, or somebody who you love is an 11, but let's assume right now that you are an 11. We are energy beings, 11s. Like the 1 is an 11, is an energy being, but the 11 is a double energy being. So when the usual person has about this much energy, that's their energy field. For the 11, it's twice as big. So extend your arms an extra time, and that is your energy field. That is also why sometimes when somebody enters your energy field, or even when there's a car on the other side of the road and it passes you, you get these shivers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but I have this a lot. And I feel other people's energy, and it's best for me to not sleep within somebody else's energy. For example, the neighbor. So take that into account as well. I used to have a different neighbor, and the energy was different, and it made me sleep less deep and with worse feeling. So that's also something. It has nothing to do with the law of choices, although that is a choice you can make, and you are an 11. Yeah, it might resonate for you. Okay, so the example is, I used to work at a company, and I really need to express my creativity. And what kills my creativity most is sitting at an office job every day from 9 to 5. I love it when it's a new project, but I cannot do that. If I do it longer than a couple of months, it already feels like I'm contracting. It's not working for me. I get less energy. There are some exceptions, because if it's an exceptional team with great energy and we have a lot of fun, I can actually do this. But the setting has to be perfect for me to be able to do this. And what works way better for me is, like today, I slept in a little bit. I usually don't really do that, but yesterday I had a channeling session with Daniel Scranton. It was in a different time zone, so I was doing it in the night, and then I was all hyped up because of this. So I stopped doing, or I had to do something. I had to watch a TV show for a while so I could wind down a little bit, and then I went to sleep. So I made the choice to just not set an alarm, even though it's Monday today. I did not set an alarm. I woke up at around 9. I always wake up around 6, 7, even without my alarm. And I just made the choice, like, I'm going to do my channeling session this morning. I do that every morning. And then I'm going for a walk because it's beautiful out there. You can see the sun there. It's completely blue outside. It's perfect weather. The summer has finally started here, and that was the thing that I was craving the most, like sunshine. So I had a nice walk this morning, got myself a chai latte, and walked back. So that was a really deliberate choice to do this, and I could have gone to the office today because I am doing a freelance job for a company, and they would have loved for me to be there and work there for 8 hours today. And I'll probably do that tomorrow, a little bit shorter, because there's a match tomorrow from where the Netherlands are playing, so we'll be leaving early. That's also the thing. You make up your own rules. You're an 11. You know things better than other people do. And just live by it. One thing that really hit home for me, and I think this is for this is for all the 11s. This was actually not even planned for this video, but this is one of my main takeaways of the Abraham Hicks event I went to last week. We are very, and with we I mean the 11s, we are very judgmental when it comes to us. When other people are doing things not as good as they could, you're not as judgmental, and you can see all the possibilities of what could be happening in their lives, why they are not doing their best. And when it comes to you, you are more strict. You have to do better. And this is because you chose to be an 11 in this lifetime, and because you are an 11, your standards are higher for yourself. Other people, they are not 11, so your standards for them are not as high. And subconsciously, other people have higher standards for you as well. So it might often feel like there are like different rules for you and for other people. Like other people can get away with things while you cannot get away with them, because they look up to you. Yeah, they look up to you without knowing they look up to you because you are an 11. So that's something that's good to remember. But the 11 is also known for their insecurity. And the funny thing is, I never really viewed this as being insecure. It was more for me that insecure, what it felt like to me, like it was you are always insecure, but it's only in certain areas where you are insecure, where other people's opinions come into play. And this is the key takeaway that I had. My mind is always going towards what other people are thinking about it. So when I just started creating these videos, when I was creating this video, in my mind I would see a couple of friends. There were like multiple timelines, so to say, or stories in my head where I saw, let's say Pete. I saw Pete watching my video, but I also saw Anne watching my video, and I saw Rachel watching my video, and I saw Greg watching my video. And so I saw that as 4 different kind of like movie screens in my head. They're all watching my video, and I'm seeing what I forgot the names already, but let's say Greg, what he was thinking about me and how he was seeing me. So it would go like this whole structure and this like that, and I would not be able to focus on creating that video again or anymore. I would not be able to focus on it because my mind was so occupied with that whole process, and it was kind of like recursively getting bigger and bigger. And this happens when I walk on the street, and for example, there is something, for example, you have a zit on your face and somebody looks at you, or you have a stain on your clothes, or there's something that you feel like, I don't really like this, and people are watching it, and you get these whole movies that play in your head. And usually you can even see multiple movies playing at the same time from the same person what kind of reactions they could be having within themselves. So what I heard somebody else say, this is not the takeaway yet, I'm just I'm making it a really big example. Other people said that you're actually judging yourself through them, which is absolutely right. So that's something you should stop doing. But what I learned from Abraham is that you have to see yourself through the eyes of Source. So instead of seeing yourself through the eyes of pedestrian A and pedestrian B, you see yourself through Source. And Source, or through your higher self, or your oversoul, or whatever you want to call it, or God, whatever definition you have, or the universe, or Allah, or whatever you fancy as a word for that, how would it view you? And it will view you with love. It will view you with compassion. There will be no judgment on it whatsoever. It would be pure love. And if you can just get there and keep this in the forefront of your mind, this would help you so freaking much. So I am now implementing this. So yesterday I was I went to a birthday party, and this was not really a normal birthday party. It was an awesome party with dress up, with a theme, and yeah, it was amazing. And it went on, I think, until 7 in the morning or 9 in the morning. I left at around 3. I went back there the next day because I heard that she wasn't feeling so well. So I thought, okay, I gotta pick up the bike of my girlfriend and let's see how she's doing. Then I went there, and luckily she was doing fine. Not sure where I want to go with this. Yeah, now I know. So I went there, and there were still some stuff from one of my roommates there. So it was a big net, like the big net you use to catch fish. And I went from her house with this big net on this pole, and my mind was making up what people were thinking about me. Like they thought I was a fisher, and I'm not a fisher. So I'm not a fisherman or something. I don't even fish. My mind came up with all kinds of things, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this to the test. What would Source think? Source would love me either way. Even if I would have had, I don't know, a flaming sword, or I don't know what. It doesn't matter what I was holding, but I felt that there was this insecurity about it. A lot of thoughts about what other people thought of it. And it really felt like a release to just let it go. And what would Source think of this? What would the universe think of this? The universe would love me that I'm bringing back something for somebody else, that I'm going out of my way to get it back to somebody, that I'm helping someone. But there's so much internal judgment going on then. It just takes off. What other people can have with emotions, I can have that with this. And yeah, you probably can. Well, you probably have this as well, since you are also an 11 watching this. And if you're not an 11, this is maybe something that you can't really even understand. But if you know that 11, ask them about it. Also, I'm curious to see how this works for you. Because right now I am generalizing it that everybody is doing this, but I'm not sure if that is actually the case. Alright, so what's important to know is that if you want to find out more about this, I really recommend you read this book. So this is Dan Millman, The Life You Were Born to Live. And this, a lot of what I'm saying is from this, but also from my personal experience and from different sources. But this is mainly where I'm getting a lot of this information. So there are a lot of exercises in here and questions you can ask yourself. So I really recommend you just order this book and read it cover to cover, the pages that apply to you. But let's get back to the law of choices. It is important to, when you are applying this, that you take time each day to reflect on the choices, but also check how much impact certain things make. One of the exercises is to list things that you are doing, so choices that you are making in a day, and to see which choices, then you evaluate each choice and see, is this a choice that I'm making because I love it and I like it, or is it a choice that I think I have to make because that's how life works, or I need to do that because I have to make a living, or because my parents told me to do that, or school taught me to do that. So yeah, make a list of these things and check in your own life how this is going, and you can go as deep as you want and as far as you want. And another important thing is that you are an 11 and you have a lot of creative energy. So within these choices you are making daily, and I already spoke about this during the 11 videos, but if you are, for example, drinking a lot, using drugs, using sex as a release for this, or any other addictive behavior, then really see if this is what you want to continue doing. So I stopped drinking alcohol completely. I did most of it cold turkey. I stopped using drugs, even the more spiritual drugs like LSD or truffles, or more the hallucinogenic, or how I like to call them, more of a personal development drug. It makes it look better than it actually is, but it takes up a lot of your energy, and your choices, they reflect whether you get energy from it or whether you lose energy on it. So that's something you really have to take to heart. I've noticed a big shift in the last couple of years where people are drinking less and they are doing less drugs. And I am one of them, and I have to say I love it, and my energy level, my base energy level used to be here and now it's here, because I'm not recovering from all the alcohol and drugs and the inconsistent sleeping, actually a lot of things. So for me this really works. I actually created also a video on 55 reasons why you should stop drinking. It's not a popular video, and I know why, because it's not a popular opinion. But I do believe that we will see in our lifetime at some point that not drinking alcohol will be the standard, and drinking alcohol will be more of the exception, at least in the places where we will be going to. So there will always be a group that will keep on doing this, obviously. But the deliberate creators, the manifestors, even though everyone manifests, but it will be less and less popular each year. And I'm curious to see when that will happen. So for you, your next job is reflect daily. Also set intentions. This was Abraham Hicks. This was something that she hit home multiple times as well. Each kind of like moment, she calls it segments. So if I go to the grocery shop right now, it's a new segment. It's a new part of the day. If I'm going to do my workout, it's a new segment. So each segment, set intentions before each segment. That's a really powerful thing as well. And use your energy to create instead of to destroy. That's another way of saying the expanding and contracting. So use it to expand, to create. You are a creator. You are the most creative type of person that exists, and you can use it for good or for evil. That is up to you, because you can become a mastermind criminal, or you can get a mastermind philanthropist. Well, I hope you know what I mean. But you can use it for good or for evil. And when you are destroying things and stealing from things, or from people, it will bite you in the ass eventually. So I really hope you are using it for the benefit of the world, and not just for the benefit of you. Make sure that you align with your values. That's a really important one as well. So all the choices that you are making, is it something that you can stand behind? That this is something you believe in? I think that's really important as well. So, and are you speaking your truth towards to others? Because others will have opinions on it. Are you able to speak your truth and be judged by others? You will always be judged. But like I said before, see it as the universe judging you and not people judging you. That was a big help for me, and I'm still in the process of really integrating this into my own daily life. And what I really love to implore you to do is to do some kind of mindfulness practices. So meditation is the most basic one, but you can also do yoga or other things. And if you are not certain about certain choices that you want to make, if you want to have some more clarity in your decision-making process, meditating works wonders. And you can even see the meditation as a segment, as a new segment, set an intention for it, meditate, and see what comes up. That's it for today. So I hope to see you in the next video. If there was anything of value in this video, please like, subscribe, and really be deliberate, more deliberate about what you are choosing. And I want to end on this note, and really think about this statement. Whenever you say yes to something, you're saying no to other things. All right, have a fantastic day, much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.